Hello and welcome to this audio commentary for Gary Beydler's Handheld Day. I'm Stephen Broomer of Art and Trash. Gary Beydler emerged in 1970s Los Angeles as a maker of conceptual minimalist art working across media, concerned with both the temporal dimension of performance art and the sequential relations that manifest in serial and time-based art forms. Beydler came to make films, finding it to be a medium through which he could reconcile these ambitions and which, in the wake of the structural film movement, had become a proven arena for comic materialist explorations of perceptual experience. His ensuing films, 4 of them, made between 1974 and 1977, merge conceptualism and performance while also exploring the sequential animation of cinema and its resonances with photography. Beydler's first film, Handheld Day, made in Arizona in 1974, reflects the artist's interests in performance and photography. It combines Beydler's own physical endurance, the sublime landscape, and a mechanical programming of the apparatus. And through these 3 elements, the film offers a condensed record of daylight. Beydler used an intervalometer, which is a device used typically for time-lapse photography to take consistently paced, single-frame shots. This allows a filmmaker to shoot at a uniform rate of 2 frames per second, 1 frame per second, 1 frame every other second, and so on. For Handheld Day, Beydler was taking around 10 frames per minute. He captures the steady transformations of light on a landscape, as seen both in the reflection of a handheld mirror and in the sky and landscape that surrounds the mirror. The film is a record of bodily endurance and diurnal rhythms. It merges man, environment, and apparatus, or at least it locks them in a dance that plays out in the escaping light of the day, with the simple grid form of a window, the mirror, within a window, the film frame. Beydler's hand is unsteady throughout, and when sunlight breaks through the clouds in the sky, it creases his hand in ebbing and rapid bursts. The intervalometer, with its steady time-lapse, makes a tempest out of the vast canopy of clouds, until the lights dim to a blazing red sunset, and the sinking sun is refracted dramatically along the edges of the mirror. Many structural films conceive of time as elastic and adaptable. Beydler's use of the intervalometer recognizes time as a process that can be collapsed and condensed, but a film's trajectory, like the course of a passing day, moves ever forward. Handheld Day is a work that reconciles 2 perspectives, and one intrudes on the other. This gives the film a strange humor, that while it might be presented as a meditative reflection on the extraordinary scope of a sublime landscape, it's also a work in which human presence imposes on that landscape. In this, it's a rejoinder to the majestic heritage of realist landscape art. The subtle movements of Beydler's shifting hand and the dynamic vibrations of his mirror serve as reminders that the forces that shape this vision are frail and human, not all-powerful and divine. Now, even in absence of the divine, there remains an aspect of this that reconciles the exchange of energies between 3 component parts: the hand, the land, the camera. In Jack Chambers' film Circle, which was made in 1968, Chambers aims his camera out at the backyard of his family home, and over the course of a year he records that scene in multi-second bursts as the light, focus, and composition shift in a record of casual but cyclical and essential observation. Chambers was studying a landscape that changed over time by the whims of the seasons and the light of the seasons. It was a grand project of epic scale, unconcerned with imagery so much as it was with the stuff of image, light, focus, composition. Gary Beydler's project makes for a fascinating companion to it. In composing this grid and maintaining it by his own physical endurance, Beydler acts as a conduit for universal energies that keep his hand moving even when it's suspended, that keep the clouds rolling, and the camera motor ticking.